Hey fangirls and boys, this is Natalie and you're watching Whole Lotta Love, and today's video is a makeup tutorial on this look I have going right here. It is a super glittery cut crease and it's a monochrome red look because I just dyed my hair this super gorgeous intense fire engine red color, which I'm absolutely obsessed with the darker shadow root, which I'm really loving. So I wanted to do a look that definitely was monochrome and definitely matched my hair. So this is what I came up with. So to create this look, I used the Morphe and Jame Charles palette. I used mostly in the crease that super gorgeous true red shade that he was obsessed with called You're Kidding right over here. I definitely dug into that and I really like how it came out. I also used a loose glitter by Lit Cosmetics. As you can tell, it's probably all over my face. This is a super glittery look. I'm just gonna go with it. So if you are interested in seeing how I got this really fun, super red monochromatic look, if you are interested in seeing that, then keep on watching. Okay, so let's get started. I have my Morphe and Jame Charles palette here. I am going to set my concealer. I've already done my brows, placed concealer on my lids, and done my foundation. So I'm going to set the concealer on my lids, and I am going to use this shade right here. I'll list the shade names on the screen because I don't want to grab the little sheet and have to figure it out every single time. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm using my Royal Line Nickel Omnia BOM 45 brush just to set everything on my lid. I am going to start to go above my crease and create a transition with this shade over here, using that same Royal Line Nickel BOM 45. This is a nice transition color for a fair skin tone. It's just like a light, not even like peach, like a light beige kind of color, which is really nice. It's like really neutral. Especially because I'm going to go in with a bright red shade, and I feel like definitely going to need something to guide that a little bit. So taking a Cossetti D2220 brush, I'm going to go into that true red shade that James was so excited about. It's called You're Kidding. That's the one that I just know what it's called because he was so excited about it in his video. But I'm just going to take that. This is a smaller tapered blending brush. So I'm just going to take that, dust off a little bit of the excess, and work into my actual crease with this. Just a little bit on the outer and just kind of working this into the crease. I'm going to really build it into the crease. That's what I have going so far. I would actually agree. I think this is a really nice tone of red. It's definitely not pulling pink. I feel like most reds kind of have that like stained pink effect when you use them, but this one is definitely, it's just going on as a nice red shade. And it's pretty pigmented. It's not overwhelming. Like when I use the Ace Beauté Flare eyeshadow palette, I use the shade in there. I think it's called Saffron or something like that. And that one just kind of got all over the place and it was kind of like tricky to blend it out. But this one seems to be really nice. It's just kind of sticking to where I want it to stick, and it's blending pretty nicely. And it's staying true to color, which is really cool. Just gonna go back into that light peachy shade with my Royal Line Nickel Omnia BOM 45 just to buff out that edge a little bit. So this is what I have so far. I am going to start to cut the crease. I'm gonna use the Too Faced glitter glue to do this. And I'm using my ColourPop small flat concealer brush. I'm using this because it's kind of like a typical primer, but it definitely has the glue aspect to it, and I am going to use a loose glitter in this look, so I want to use something that I can still kind of lay down like I would normally do with like a concealer and creating a cut crease, but that is actually a glitter glue as opposed to just a concealer or a primer. So I'm going to create a half cut crease so you can see right there what I'm doing. And I'm just dragging it. You can see I'm dragging it halfway across my lid, and I'll continue to define the edge of it so that it's pretty clean. So that is the first eye done. Typically I would cut the crease of the other eye before I went in with a shadow or whatever, but I'm going to use a glitter glue. So I don't want this to dry, so I'm going to go in with the glitter glue on the one eye, and then I'll cut the other crease and go in with the other eye. So I'm just going to take this on my finger, and this is the Lit Cosmetics Firecracker size number 4 glitter. So this is like the biggest size glitter that they have. So I'm just going to take my finger here. I'm just kind of dipping into this. You can see it right there. It's getting everywhere already, which is awesome. But I'm just going to pack that over where I cut the crease. So I am going to cut my other crease with the glitter glue and proceed to do the same thing on the other eye. So I have packed glitter on both of my eyes now. I definitely have some glitter fall on my face. It's almost unavoidable. So I'm going to continue with the eyeshadow. So I am going to deepen the outer edge, kind of where the half cut crease ends on that side. I'm going to use this shade right over here to do that. And I'm using again my Cosetti D2220 brush. So just where that glitter kind of ends, I'm just going to kind of pack that there. I'm just patting it and I'm going to blend it out a little bit. So I'm going to create a wing. I'm going to use the Kat Von D tattoo liner in the shade Trooper to do that. I am going to apply mascara. I have the Tartiest mascara here by Tarte. I am going to apply lashes. I have the Koko lashes in the style Aria. I'm going to apply those off camera and I will be right back. Lashes are on. I'm going to apply liner to my waterline. I'm going to use this Japonesque pencil. This is from their Velvet Metals collection. This is just a reddish copper shade. These liners are super creamy. I highly recommend these. So I am going to conceal under my eyes using the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer in the shade Fair Neutral. I'm using my beauty blender to blend this out. I have concealed under my eyes. I am going to go back into the Jame Charles Morphe palette, and I am going to use this shade right over here, this metallic shade. And I'm going to take this on an Alimar Cosmetics pencil brush. And I'm going to wet my brush with some Avion. And I'm going to apply this to my lower lash line. I have packed that on nice and heavily on my lower lash line. I am going to take this shade right over here and just buff that out with my Cosetti D2220 brush. Just dust off a little bit of the excess, and I'm just going to buff that more reddish metallic shade out with this shade. I am going to highlight my inner corner a little bit. I'm going to take this shimmery peachy shade right here and go back to my Alimar Cosmetics pencil brush. I'm going to wet that again. I'm just going to put a little bit of this on my inner corner. I am going to finish my lower lash line with mascara using, again, the Tartiest mascara. I am going to add a little blush to my cheeks. I have the Drop of a Hat Super Shock Cheek by ColourPop. I'm just going to apply a little bit of this with my beauty blender. I am going to apply highlight. I have the Stila Little White Lies highlighting palette, and I'm going to use the shade here, which is called Pink Wink Wink. This one right here. I'm just going to apply this with my finger, and then I'm going to buff it out if I need to with my beauty blender. You can see it right there. It's just like a glittery pink highlight, super pretty. Kind of has that bouncy texture, so it's kind of like a cream product. Highlight is on. I am going to finish off with lips. I have the Kylie Cosmetics Mary Jo K liquid lipstick here. This is just a true red. This is the completed look. I quite like how it turned out. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and have a good one. Bye guys.